on for done again tonight. Didn't get everything done today that I wanted to get done. On for done again tonight. Turn that down, sorry. So it's on for done tonight. I wanted to get on Azonzo, but again, I didn't get everything done today that I wanted to get done. I actually rested up more than anything because I've been so busy with other things. So it's for done and talking about the paranormal again. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Just how it shaked out today. Just how it shaked out today. So I gotta let my people know that I'm live here, and then we'll get into some action. Hopefully we'll get some people online. Had a couple people on last night. Talked about a lot of fun things. So let's let my people know that I'm online. Let my people know that I'm live here. And then we'll start having some fun. Again, I'm trying to mix more paranormal stuff in with some gaming here. Some of the paranormal games I have just aren't good for making content. Some of it's just not good for making content. Some of the paranormal horror games you have to actually pay attention, and I like to, talk to my people if they're on. So, that's where we're at. I'm going to share this to Discord and a couple other things here. Maybe Amanda or Brent or Cal or Mr. Stafford or Chowder gets on, but we'll see. I had off today, and it was just, I was just so tired. Been so busy at work and everything and focusing on my content that I just needed a little bit of a break today. I'm kind of pissed off at myself too because I didn't work on as much stuff as I wanted to, but it's like my body was like, dude, take a break, you know what I mean? So give me a second here. Ooh. Stupid. Hold on, guys. I'm live on Verdun. I need to start posting more stuff in my community. I mostly use my community just to let people know what I'm doing, but I need to start adding more conversational pieces. I don't get a whole lot of activity in my community, but some people pay attention to it. Some people pay attention to it. Some of the new people I've got from subscriptions have been wanting to DM me and everything, so since there is no private DM on YouTube, you can at least post in my community, and I can follow up with you in my community. I'm hesitant to give out my email because there are a bunch of trolls and scammers and stuff like that, so I am kind of hesitant about that, but we'll see what happens in the near future. There's a lot of trolls in this world, a lot of trolls in this world, so, and we've seen some on my streams. Let's see here. What do I want to play with today? What about maybe running around with the Luger or something? I had a lot of fun. Maybe I'll play around with some machine guns a little bit. I was playing around with the machine pistol yesterday. Maybe I'll run around with the machine pistol a little more. I was having a lot of fun with that yesterday. So, hold on a second. I gotta make sure that it's friend squad only. Sorry. Some people like to jump in and hijack me. Not about that. Not about that. So, I'm gonna be on for, probably again for 3 hours. Grinding to get my watch hours up. Grinding to get my watch hours up while I work on my paranormal content. I'm not making any gaming videos. I'm trying to focus more and more on my paranormal content. I'm going to be posting a new paranormal vlog entry tomorrow. And then I'm working on another vlog entry about my favorite paranormal hotspots, places I want to go investigate, places I've been to investigate and want to go back to, and places that are just paranormal boiling points. Again, I use the term paranormal boiling points a lot for places that are just ripe for paranormal activity and are just waiting for people, in my opinion, to come investigate. I didn't see what map we were on. I can't remember what map this is. I was playing on Tannenberg for a while. I was having some reload issues. I might get back on Tannenberg eventually, but I really want to get on Azanzo again. I want to get on Azanzo and play that a little bit before I go live with it again. So I kind of know what I'm doing on it. Again, I was planning on doing that today, but I didn't get to it. I really took a break today. So next time I go live, I'll try to get on Azanzo. Again, I post my paranormal video on Thursday, so I won't be going live tomorrow, but I'll be back live again on Friday. I do work this weekend, so probably for only 3 hours, Friday and Saturday. And so on and so on. I love this machine pistol. I was using it pretty much exclusively yesterday, and man, it's an efficient little killer. So, I'm going to be sticking with the machine pistol quite a bit. I need to go back on the Doughboys and play with the BAR. Maybe I'll do that later. Because that's really the other comparable weapon the Allies have for the machine pistol. It's a little bit better long range, obviously. But the thing about the BAR is it's better to go prone with it. This you can just run around the trenches and just take people out. I like the mobility of it. But I'm just sitting back, got a beer. Hopefully we'll get some people online. If not, that's okay. I can sit here and discuss topics for people to listen to later on. I know there's people that watch my videos after my live stream. A couple people do at least, so try to make it somewhat entertaining. But again, I am just grinding to get my watch hours up. I'm close to my 1,000 subscribers, but I got quite a ways to go for the watch hours for the monetization. But that's okay. That's okay. It just takes a little bit of grinding and a little bit of work. A little bit of grinding and a little bit of work. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a little bit of hard work. Nothing wrong with a little bit of hard work. Again, I wish I would have gotten on Azonzo earlier today, but again, I had to take a break. You know, I don't want to burn myself out. With all this grinding that I do, I don't want to burn myself out. I am super excited about my new vlog entry that I'm planning. I'm super excited about it. Can't wait to start that. I started making a list of places that I've been to and places that I want to go and want to talk about. Oh, sorry, man, I shot my own guy there. Started making a list and kind of where I want to take it. I don't know when I'm going to start posting it. I want to build up a couple of episodes before I start posting it, and I think I'm going to start posting those vlog entries on Tuesdays when I start making the content. So again, the machine pistol is efficient. It is efficient in the trenches, and I love it. Nice efficiency weapon. Oop, that's my guy. Somebody got him. Oh, totally shot around that guy, not at him. But my paranormal video for tomorrow is going to be a follow-up on my last two videos to elaborate more on some things and talk about a couple of questions people have asked me. And then after that, coming up, the episodes are going to be about a couple of my negative experiences with the paranormal. One about possession, the other about being attacked by an entity in Savannah, Georgia, and how it made me shy away from the paranormal and my clairvoyancy for a while. Negative experiences happen with the paranormal, and it scares me, it scares others, so I'm going to be talking about that and kind of how I've used it to motivate me a little bit more to do what I'm trying to do now. So again, that's what I've got planned and what's coming up. Oh, it spawned me with my gas mask, dumbass. Oh, oops. It spawned me with my gas mask, and I automatically said, oh, there's gas, I gotta put on my gas mask, and then I took it off. Oops. One of my people that follow me was wanting me to start going live on Mondays. I was trying to take Sunday, Mondays as a break day, but if people are wanting me to go live on Mondays, that'll probably start to happen. So, just depends. I have Mondays off every now and then, so that'll work out okay. It's running around with the machine pistol again. I love this machine pistol, I really do. It's kind of a different play style than I normally play with. I'm typically more of a rifleman. I like to shoot long range, but I'm having a lot of fun with this machine pistol and clearing out trenches and everything, so. Wish the Allies had more machine pistols on their side. They've got the BAR, which is nice, but it's not the machine pistol. It's with the BAR, it's better to go prone with it and shoot it that way. I like the machine pistol just because I can run around up and down the trenches. I like just running up and down the trenches, clearing trenches sometimes. That time it didn't spawn me with a gas mask. Can't see a hand in front of my face here. Here we go. So again, just having some fun tonight. Having some fun, trying to relax. Up to like 923 subscribers. 923 subscribers. It's incredible. I never thought I'd have that many. 923 subscribers. Subscribers and more to come too. Again, I don't know what I'm gonna do for my 1,000 subscriber stream. I'll probably just stream live for a few hours or something, but we'll see. Thought maybe about doing a go live paranormally, but I'm afraid I probably won't have too many people on to do that. I could still plan something for it, but as of right now, my 1,000 subscriber celebration is probably just going to be a go live for the day or something like that. Like I said, I'm busy with trying to make other content with my new vlog entry coming up. I like the topography on this map. Ooh, excuse me. So you can see how efficient the machine pistol is there. Oh, got me as I was reloading. Got me reloading. Spawned me in front of a blocked area. That's kind of stupid. Run down the communication trench line here. Cleared out the flank. So, just hanging out. Can hopefully we see some people online. That's my guy there. Oh, somebody. Oh shit, there's like 2 squads of allies here. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. I got lucky there. There was like 2 squads of people, my goodness. I was the only one in 2 squads in front of me. Where's the rest of my squad at? I'm really hitting that flank. It's just me down there. I think I had 2 people a little bit down further on the left flank, but that was about it. That's okay. We can take that trench back fairly quickly here. We can take that trench back fairly quickly. Jump over the barbed wire. Lots of gas. A couple of gas spots here. Let's put on the old gas mask again. Wow, I got 3 kills out of that. How did that happen? Ah! I got lucky there. So, I hope everybody's having a good week so far. The weekend is fastly approaching us already. I've got to work this weekend, but that's okay. It's my weekend to work. Hope everybody's week's going good. I hope you guys are having at least a decent time. Hopefully you guys got some fun things planned for the weekend. Still more gas. People keep shooting all kinds of gas here. Stupid Senegales. Stupid Senegales. Oh, there was somebody kneeling down there waiting for me to come around that corner. I don't know if that was an actual player or the AI. It looks like it was an AI. Boy, that was a smart one there by the AI. Typically, that only happens when live players are on. Ah! Oh. Oh. Had a fun live last night. Had a lot of fun live last night. One of the last matches I was on was Fort Dumas. It was back and forth, back and forth. We eventually ended up losing that round, but it was like they had 10 trenches to our 9. It was that back and forth. It was crazy. I had never been back and forth like that before. You get a lot of back and forth on this, obviously, because that's how the war was. But I've never been back and forth like that in this game like that, and it was actually a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Too good a cover there. The thing about the machine pistol is it's not too good long range because of that recoil, but oh, that's my guy firing out that way. Those are my guys coming around here. Just clearing some trenches. Clearing trenches. Oh. They're retaking this damn trench. I don't know how. Those are my guys. I wonder if they're down here. No, I guess they're down on the other flank here. Down on the other flank. Keep hitting this left flank. Oh, more gas already. More gas. Oh, Horace Kidd got me again. Horace Kidd. I don't know who's on the other side that keeps shooting all that gas, but they're using it fairly effectively. Using it fairly effectively. He took the trench from us. I've got to be down on this flank. Whoa, where'd that come from? Oh! Horace Kidd got me again. So I finished watching the Holzer Files again. Again, that is such a great show where they go and talk about Hans Holzer's case files. He was a paranormal investigator from like the 50s and 60s. And his daughter is on the show, and they go through his old case files that he did and go to these locations that he investigated in like the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Great show. It's a fun show to watch. I just finished that today. I started watching Portals to Hell. It's got Katrina Weidman and Jake Osborne on it. Katrina Weidman was also on Paranormal State. She does a great job in that. I don't know too much about Jake Osborne, but he seems to be a fairly decent show host. I started watching that today. I kind of fell asleep watching it. So I missed a couple episodes. I got to go back and watch. But it seems to be a fairly decent show. They explore the darker side of the paranormal, which is I kind of like that, because some shows just go in there, investigate to try to capture evidence, and then this show goes in there and really tries to focus on like the dark side of the paranormal. And I think there needs to be more of that, because some of these shows you watch and it's like entertainment. Oh wow, it's all like happiness, or it's all like, oh my god, this family's getting haunted, and it's like they really don't go into enough detail about how negative the paranormal can be. And that's what this show kind of highlights, is the negative side of the paranormal, and I think they do a fairly decent job. And Katrina Weidman, and again, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing her name right, but she's got a couple of shows on YouTube that she posts in. One's called Voices from the Grave. It's like a true crime paranormal show. I haven't really started watching it yet, but I'm super interested, and I'm going to start watching that soon. And she also has a paranormal show of her own on there. I don't remember what it's called. I have to go back and look, but she co-hosts it with Heather Taddy, who is also on Paranormal State. So I plan on watching some of those. Plan on going on Paraverse too. That's a Jason Hawes one. Talked a little bit about that last night. Looks like Jason's trying to build up the Paraverse, or whatever it's called. And he posts content in that as well as his regular YouTube page. So I've got some got some shows to watch. I'm always looking for new shows to watch, especially paranormal. I was going through Supernatural. I kind of took a break from Supernatural. I was binge watching Supernatural. And I think I'm in season 10 of that. It's like this is another match that it's back and forth. Nothing wrong with that. It's not like that one last night, though. That one last night was crazy. 10 trenches to R9. I had never seen it that back and forth before. It's like where we took the trench from. And we have more points than the enemy. Yay! Yay! I did fairly decently there. Got quite a bit of... That's like one of the better scores I've ever had. My goodness. What's my score on that? Holy crap. 43.91. I think that's one of the highest scores I've ever had. Now, there's not a whole lot of people online, but 91 and 18. Almost had 100 kills out of that. I had 100 kills on that Fort Dumont match last night. Again, there's really nobody online, but it's fun when that happens. Oh, we're back to Fort Dumont. I'm going to try to apply the same tactics I used last night with my machine pistol. I was really hoping Mr. Stafford or Chowder or Cal or somebody would jump on, but I guess that's not happening tonight. I guess they're busy with their lives or something. You know what? I'm gonna go to this main hallway again. My machine pistol isn't effective up there as it is down here. Oop. No. Come back here. Guard this hallway. Crouch down here so they can't. So if they have to, if they want to kill me, get your damn weapon out of my face, dude. The only way they can get me here is if they snipe above that ridge there, and that's a tough shot. So I'm gonna try to hold down this hallway. If necessary. Last night I was basically going back and forth through that main hallway in the fort, trying to keep that clear. It looks like they're... Damn. That might be what I have to do again tonight, is just go up and down that hallway. I got 100 kills doing that last night. Maybe that's what I'll do. I like posting up in this main hallway, though, because if you can hold that main hallway, you can typically win the match, but... It looks like they're... Where'd that shot come from? Coming in through down here? Sounds like it. Don't see anybody, though. Don't see anybody. Oh, there's somebody. There's a couple of people. Oh, shoot. That guy popped up out of nowhere. I didn't see him down there. Oh, that's my guy. That's another one of my guys. Okay. Dead bodies just strewn in this hallway. These are all my guys, so we have this pretty much locked down, I think. I'm going to go back towards that main hallway and see what's happening down there. Looks like they're maybe trying to come down this way, maybe? I got some guys down here. Boy, we're got a pretty slick defense here, so I'm gonna stay in this main hallway, I think. Got my squad clearing that hallway. These are all my guys. Just gonna come down here and set overwatch of this main hallway and see what happens. Looks like they're maybe trying to make a move on that right flank again. But I got 3 squad members over there. Ooh, one of them just went down. There goes another one. Still got one guy over there. So that guy goes down. Move up over there. Probably going to be coming through this hallway now, so sit and lay in wait here. How did that not kill him? I'll be damned. Well, oh well. I should have just stayed in that main hallway. Looks like a couple of my squad members are going down there, though, so. Sounds like there's some action down here. That guy looks fine in there. Pop up here. Shoot. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong button. Aye. Aye. I haven't spawned down here yet in this match. Gotta fight my way through the fort again. I don't want to step in front of these guys. I hate it when people step in front of me, so I know they're AI, but how'd they take this damn hallway? We were doing so well. What the hell happened? Jeffrey Whipple. They must have broke through our defenses there. Cleared it out pretty quickly there, though, so. Captured it back. Good job, fellas. Good job. Ooh, they shot smoke at us. Huh. They shot up quite a bit of smoke at us here. like these guys are holding down this area fairly decently. Must be really trying to hit this hallway. Oh! Lucian. Lucian. Oy. They retook it from us. Pa 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 pa. I love that. Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. Well, they got a lot of people in the fort. Holy shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in front of that guy. We're taking it back, though. They filled up the hallway with all kinds of people, but we took it back. And we got it back. Just like that. Just like that. But they're retaking it back. That. Whoa. Oh. Oh, wow, I saw the muzzle flash there, but I didn't see him. My goodness. My goodness. My goodness. Gray balls of fire. Goodness gracious, gray balls of fire. It looks like that guy's using a Luger. A Luger. Is there anybody else down there? Oh, somebody's gonna pop around this corner and pop me. Didn't get me. Thought I saw that guy throw a grenade. Oh, shoot. He did throw a grenade. I was like, I saw his hand move like he was throwing a grenade there, but I didn't actually see it flying through the air. Montague Harrison killed me. Montague Harrison. Wonder. Sorry, I was trying to make a Capulet joke there, and I failed. Montague and Capulet, you know, Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet. Ah. Whoa. Guy did a weird twist in the air there. Come back down there. Oh, missed it. Little too quick. Little too quick. Oh, looks like they're trying to hit that flank. Go down this way. I got 3 people down here, but looks like they got that under control. Are you a Montague or a Capulet? You know, I know this might date me a little bit here, but still one of my favorite adaptations of Romeo and Juliet is the one with Claire Danes and the hell's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio. That's still my favorite adaptation. I know that dates me quite a bit because that was made in like 1996. So that dates me a little bit, but that's still one of my favorite. Claire Danes has like one of the best lines in that whole movie, and I can't even remember it, but it's a good adaptation of Romeo and Juliet. If you ever get a chance to watch it, watch the Romeo and Juliet with Claire Danes and Leonardo DiCaprio. Used to have the hots for Claire Danes. Oh. Whatever happened to her? She kind of fell off the face of the earth. She had some really good movies. She was in the movie with Liam Neeson. They did an adaptation of Les Miserables. That was really good. I really liked that one. She was really good in that. Les Mis. Les Mis. That was a good version of that movie. I never read that book. I've never read Les Mis. Never read that. It's one of those I probably should. It's my time era anyway. I like that time period, but never read that book. I'm surprised I've never read that book, to be honest with you. There's a lot of books I haven't read that I need to. Lots and lots. Lots and lots. Oh, I thought that was my guy. No wonder they retook the damn fort from us. My goodness. It was Victor Hugo that wrote Les Mis. Les Miserables. Jean Valjean. Monsieur le Maire. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. I was listening to the Outlander series on Audible, and I stopped like halfway through that series. That's another good series to read if y'all get a chance. I loved the show. I haven't finished the show either. I was listening to that Outlander series hardcore and then stopped because I got busy with life. Stupid life. Stupid adulting. I really liked that show, Outlander. Again, I can't remember what season I was in. I need to go back and rewatch that. Jamie Fraser was my favorite character in that show, too. I always wanted to be Jamie Fraser. It's another good series if you guys get a chance to watch. I like the concept behind it, too. It was kind of fun. I think Ronald D. Moore did that series, didn't he? I think he wrote that series. Or he wrote the show, at least. I'm a big fan of Ronald D. Moore. He did a lot of Star Trek stuff too. Did Babylon 5. I never watched Babylon 5 though. It looks kind of cheesy going back and watching it now, but I never did watch Babylon 5. That was another mid-90s show. Big fan of Ronald D. Moore. Done a lot of cool shows. Lots of cool shows. Lots and lots of cool shows. Yeah, never did watch Babylon 5. I think that's on Amazon Prime. Maybe I'll go back and check that out. It looks kind of cheesy now because, like I said, it was made in the mid 90s. And, you know, some of those mid 90s shows are, like, super cheesy. Super cheesy. Like, what's crazy is, you know, when I was growing up, we'd watch these 80s movies that were super cheesy, and now I'm going back and watching these 90s movies, and I'm like, wow, these 90s movies are just as cheesy as the 80s movies. Except for the cult classics like the Goonies. Except for the cult classics like the Goonies. Gotta love the Goonies. Gots to love the Goonies. I haven't watched that movie in years. My goodness, I need to go back and watch that. I was on the Anti-Tinkerbell stream the other day, and they were talking about the Goonies. And first of all, I just want to say I love it that people in Ireland know about the Goonies and how much they love the Goonies. So, but the Anti-Tinkerbell was talking about how, like, some people in her family had never heard of the Goonies, and they were like, "What are the Goonies?" And I was like, "They didn't live then. You haven't lived until you watch the Goonies." But I was super tickled that people in Ireland know what the Goonies are and that they've watched it and love it just as much as us Americans. Again, I tip my cap to the Anti-Tinkerbell on that one. Another fun streamer to watch. I talked about her a lot last night. Again, guys, if you want to watch somebody that is a wonderful streamer, she's cute, she's got a wonderful personality, watch the Anti-Tinkerbell. She's a cute, red-headed Irish woman. Fiery, sarcastic, feisty Irish woman. And she's got a wonderful stream. She's really starting to build up her YouTube page, and good for her. She's doing a great job. She's got a couple of thousand subscribers now, I think, too. So if you guys get a chance, check out the Anti-Tinkerbell for me. She's a wonderful person. You'll have a lot of fun with her. Cute, feisty, red-headed Irish woman. She talks about a lot of fun stuff. Talked about Irish stew the other day, too, man. I loved Irish stew. I've never had Irish stew, but I'd love to eat some Irish stew with some soda bread. So, again, guys, check out the Anti-Tinkerbell for me. She's really building up something special there in Ireland. So, love my cute, feisty women. Cute, petite, feisty women are my downfall. Especially if they've got an Irish or British accent. Oh, that's my guy. Oh, stupid. Stupid. Oh, thank God somebody was there to back me up on that one. Holy crap. I wish I had an Irish brogue. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this, you know, Western Illinois dialect that I have, because people look at our Western Illinois dialect and go, boy, that's just a typical American. You can actually hear what they say, and actually they pronounce stuff somewhat decently. We can understand them. But then it's like, yeah, but it's not really unique. Our Western Illinois dialect just isn't unique. I wish I had some kind of a brogue to it or something. I mean, what's crazy, though, is you can tell a Chicago accent. It's a little bit different than the Western Illinois dialect. You know, you go down in Southern Illinois, you get more of a Southern twang and that. But we need some kind of an Illinois Irish brogue. If there is such a thing, I don't know, but kind of funny. The Irish have such an interesting personality. Such a different take on the world, too, with their history. My goodness. I don't know too much about their history other than, you know, like the IRA stuff and, like, trying to, you know, basically kill every Englishman ever. Oh, gas mask, gas mask, gas mask, gas mask, get it on! There we go. Got an interesting take on this world, I feel. Got an interesting take on the world. About time for a bathroom break, I think. I lost my one viewer. I lost my one viewer, or one of my 3 viewers. One of my 3 viewers. Oh well, it was nice to have them lurking in. Nice to have them lurking for a little bit. They must not like Irish women or something. Who doesn't like Irish women, though? Seriously, I want to ask this. Who doesn't like Irish women? And if you don't like Irish women, what's wrong with you? Everybody should like Irish women. I'm a nerd. I'm going to an international woman whether people like it or not. Alright guys, we actually tied that match. I'm going to take a quick potty break. I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to drain the old lizard, guys. Now I got like Irish frickin' dancing, you know, drinking songs in my head. A good Irish group to listen to outside of like U2 is Flogging Molly. I always loved Flogging Molly. You guys ever get a chance, listen to some of Flogging Molly's stuff. They got some great songs. I listened to them hardcore back when I was in high school. I've heard all your sad songs I can hear. It's in with the whiskey and out with the gin. And another day older in these exiled years. I love that one. That's probably my favorite Flogging Molly is Exiled Years. Everybody got into like Dropkick Murphys, and Dropkick Murphys is good. Don't get me wrong; they're more Irish rock. Great band with Dropkick Murphys, but I always preferred Flogging Molly. They have more of a folksy sound to them. I'm more of a folksy type person. Another good one is "It's Been the Worst Day Since Yesterday." Falling down to you, sweet ground. Yet to say, hurry back to me, my wild falling. It's been the worst day since yesterday. Falling down to you, sweet ground. I'm gonna have to listen to some Flogging Molly now. Seriously, great Irish folksy band if you guys need to listen to some Irish folk music. Way better than Dropkick. I mean, if you like the you know, Irish rock or something like that, Dropkick will be the way to go. But if you like more folksy music, go with Flogging Molly. Go with Flogging Molly. Hurry back to me, my wild calling. It's been the worst day since yesterday. Da 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 da. Watch me now and I'll be enjoyed. Don't drag me through this again. I've heard all your sad songs I can hear. It's in with the whiskey and out with the gin. Do the Irish drink gin? Is gin even a thing over in Ireland? I'm guessing probably so, but, you know, every time I hear about Irish drinking, it's usually like Guinness or whiskey or something. I mean, obviously they must drink gin if they're singing about it in an Irish song, so... But I never heard an Irish person talk about gin. Sounds too British for the Irish or something. Oh. I'm gonna have to listen to some Flogging Molly now. I got all kinds of songs going through my head. A lot of them I don't know the words to, unfortunately. Whoa. Ireland is my island. Do you guys know what that reference is from? Bully to you. Ireland is my island. What's the Irish doing fighting with the British? Oh man, that I'm dating myself even more. That was a mid-90s movie. I think that was made in 95. Another good love story. Another good love story. Not very historically accurate, but it's a good love story. Yeah, it's the movie Braveheart. Sorry. Yeah, there's like one battle in that movie where they're fighting on land, and it was like that battle historically was on a bridge. But that's still a good movie. They'll never take our freedom. Got some great references in that movie. Some great speeches, too. Where are you going, William? To pick a fight? I'm a nerd. Gotta embrace my inner Scottish in me. My inner German and my inner Scottish are just, you know, all I cling to nowadays, I guess. Scotch-Irish. My family's Scotch-Irish. Deeply, deeply Scotch, but Scotch-Irish. They moved to Scotland during the potato famine. I don't know, I'm just guessing. That's typically what happened with the Scotch-Irish. Clan Campbell. I went to a Scottish Highlander games one time, and I was talking about, oh yeah, my family's a bunch of Campbells, bunch of McPhersons, and they're like, oh, I can't have you here if you're a Campbell. Everybody hates the Campbells. And then I found out why they hate the Campbells, because they sided with the British and killed off a bunch of other clans and stuff. And I was like, well, at least you guys fear the Campbells, I guess. The Campbells are coming, hooray, hooray. The Campbells are coming, hooray, hooray. Oh. That one thing I liked about Outlander was they spoke a lot of Gaelic in that movie, and that's like a dying language. And it's like they really spoke it, and I was like, well, at least, you know, there's still people that speak Gaelic, and it's not completely dying off. Well, that guy went flying through the air. I think Gaelic would be hard to learn. That and Welsh. I can never understand anybody from Wales. Wales seems to be like the United States West Virginia, where you really can't understand them. But it seemed to me like the Welsh language and the Gaelic language are like fairly similar or something like that. But man, I can't understand either one. I think both languages would be hard to learn. But I like tip my cap to people that know Gaelic, though. It's like that's pretty cool. And the cool thing is that that movie brought like attention to the Gaelic language, and you know I'm all about that. Or how many people watch that movie and are like, I need to learn Gaelic. It's the cool thing about shows and movies with stuff like that. You know, you hear the Gaelic language and people are like, oh, that's a cool language. I want to learn that now. And it's like, that's the way you keep languages going so they don't die out. Like some of these Native American languages in the U.S. are dying out because, you know, even the Native people are like, I'm not going to learn it, you know, and it's like, why not? You know, you got to keep the language going or else it dies out, you know. Wonder how many like Native American languages have died out that we don't know about. Oh shoot, I was out of bullets and didn't even realize it. I was killed by Samuel Adams. Well, look at that. Killed by Sam Adams. Well, I haven't drank a Sam Adams beer in a while. That used to be one of my favorites. I used to drink Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. Tasted like Fruity Pebbles. Sam Adams Cherry Wheat's a good beer. I usually stick to Coors Light nowadays, but Sam Adams is a good beer. Good, yummy beer. I'd have to go get some Sam Adams now. I just bought a case of Coors, but I'm going to have to go back to drinking some Sam Adams. It's a good Boston lager. Good Boston lager. Boston's actually another fun place for you guys to travel. If you guys ever get a chance, go to Boston. Some fun places there. I didn't get to spend enough time in Boston. But New Salem, Massachusetts was really fun. That was the highlight of that trip for me. I'd love to go back there. Salem, Massachusetts. If you're a Halloween aficionado, Salem, Massachusetts is the place to go. One of my favorite places to go. I'd like to live out there sometime. I'd like to live in a cool place like that. I need to get out of the Quad Cities again. I need to live in a more touristy area. Once I get the chance to, I'm going to. Oh. Marry me an Irish woman and move to Boston. How many times did that happen in American history? I married an Irish immigrant and we moved to Boston, where all the other Irish stay. That'd be kind of fun. That'd be kind of fun. And then we could travel back and forth from Boston to Ireland, and then maybe come back and visit the Quad Cities just to see my son or something. That'd be fun. I'd be all about that. And then travel to Germany, obviously, to see my family. So, hell, I'd even move to Ireland. Hell, I'd even move to Ireland. 3/4 of my family is overseas anyway. It'd make more sense if I moved to Ireland. Sure, my mootie's here and a couple of cousins and my son, but outside of that, 3/4 of my family's in Germany. So if I lived in Ireland, I wouldn't be too far. It'd be I don't know how much of a plane ride it would be, but I think it probably wouldn't be more than an hour from Dublin to Duisburg. So screw the Quad Cities. Not a bad place, but it's just too boring at times. It's a good blue-collar area, don't get me wrong. But for somebody like me, I need something bigger. Something more touristy. Is Dublin touristy? I would think Dublin's somewhat touristy, isn't it? I think the anti-Tinkerbell's got a boyfriend or a husband or something. She's got a girl, I think. She got a baby girl. But, so I probably can't marry somebody like the anti-Tinkerbell. Maybe she knows a good Irish woman that would marry a clairvoyant from Illinois. A clairvoyant from Illinois that's not from Chicago. That's the other thing. That was one thing, going overseas, especially going overseas, or even other parts of the country here in the U.S. You're like, oh, I'm from Illinois, and they're like, oh, Chicago, and it's like, no, I live 3.5 hours away from Chicago. There's places outside of Chicago. I always felt bad for people from New York, too, because, you think of New York and you're like, oh, New York City. And they're like, no, I live in some little small town 8 hours away from New York City. It's the same in Illinois. You say you're from Illinois, they automatically think you're from Chicago. Which, I mean, it makes sense because, there's 16 million people in Illinois and 12 million of those people live in Chicago. So if you, it makes sense that most people think you're from Chicago because 80% of our population lives in Chicago. But I want to jump in front of this guy. There we go. Yeah, maybe I'll move to Ireland in the real world. There's more to this world. Way more to this world than Illinois. Illinoisans tend to forget that. I think it's a Midwestern thing. It's a Midwestern thing. People in the Midwest, we get really comfortable here in the Midwest and don't like to venture out. And it's there's more to the world than the Midwest, And I try to drive that into people here in the Midwest, and some of them are just like, why would you want to leave the Midwest? We're such great hosts. And it's because there's more to this world. There's way more to this world. Way more to this world. Hell, I knew people that never left their county in Illinois, and they lived there for 60 years, and it's there's more to, Illinois and the place you live, right? And you're like, I've never had the urge to move out or leave the state or anything, and it's wow, you're closed-minded. But I guess it's a Midwest thing, I don't know. I got to get out and travel and see the world. My Uncle Tom was like that. My Uncle Tom was an off-Broadway actor. He did a lot of acting on Broadway, but he was very much the same way. He grew up in, small town Iowa, and he was very much the same way. I got to get out of this small town Iowa setting, and he ended up living off of Central Park. He's still alive. He's in his 90s now, but he lives off of Central Park in New York City. Made a great living with him and his partner being off-Broadway actors. He was the actor, and his partner was a producer of off-Broadway plays. Led an incredible life. He was friends with a bunch of famous actors like Leonard Nimoy and Katharine Hepburn. I think he was really good friends with Katharine Hepburn's niece. And he told me a story one time where he called up her niece, and her niece was staying with Katharine towards the end of her life, I think. And Katharine Hepburn picked up the phone, and most of you who know who Katharine Hepburn is know how gracefully she talked. She had such a great language, and I can't remember her niece's name now, but Katharine Hepburn picked up the phone, and she was like, "Oh, dearie, your friend Tom is on the phone," in that great, elegant, accent and language that she had. And I'm like, oh, you must have led an incredible life, Uncle Tom. You must have led an incredible life. Must have led an incredible life. The reason why he also told me the reason why he didn't do more Broadway stuff, because he could have made it in Broadway. I mean, he made it in off-Broadway, which is just as hard. It doesn't get the same recognition as Broadway, but like one of the reasons why he didn't do more Broadway stuff was because of the politics of it. He's like, I'm not going to deal with those politics. I can make a living doing off-Broadway stuff just as much as I can Broadway stuff. So I was like, kudos for you. Kudos for you for doing that. So what an interesting life my Uncle Tom had. What an interesting life. Going from small town Iowa City to making it on Broadway and off Broadway and living off of Central Park in New York. If you guys ever watched the movie You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, the movie You've Got Mail, they filmed that in the neighborhood that my Uncle Tom lived in. So like that's how successful he was. And it's like, man, what a life. What an interesting life, What an interesting life. So I'm kind of like, basically what I'm trying to say is I'm a lot like my Uncle Tom in that way. I get tired of this Midwest life. It's boring, and I need places bigger to live, more touristy places. What an interesting life, though. Making a life of off-Broadway, you and your partner like that. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And he'd come back to visit every once in a while, and he'd be like, oh man, I have to get the Wall Street Journal. And like no city here out there's like Wall Street Journal, what's that? You have to go up to Chicago to get a Wall Street Journal, And I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. What an incredible life. What an incredible life. What an incredible life. Kind of look up to my Uncle Tom in that way. Really look up to my Uncle Tom in that way. How he was able to go from small town Iowa to big time Broadway and off Broadway, and get to live and enjoy the life that he did. Or does. I mean, he's still alive. He's still alive. He's in his 90s now. But, absolutely incredible. One of the favorite stories my grandmother and my dad both would tell was my Uncle Tom was actually friends with the lady who played the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz, and I can't think of what her name is now. I can't think of what the Wicked Witch of the West's name was in real life, but he was like best friends with the woman. And they went down to St. Louis because my Uncle Tom was in a show there in St. Louis with the lady who played the Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz, and they got to meet her backstage. And I bet that was like one of the highlights of my dad's life, was getting to meet the Wicked Witch of the West, because she was friends with my Uncle Tom. I can't think of what her name is now. I gotta look up what her name was now. That's gonna bother me. That's gonna bother me. Who was the Wicked Witch of the West? I can't think of what her name is now. I feel like an ass because of that. Who was the Wicked Witch of the West? I cannot. Dorothy Gale? No. That was. Sorry, I don't remember. Margaret Hamilton. I knew her first name was Margaret. I was like, Margaret Mitchell? I'm like, no, that was Gone with the Wind. Margaret Hamilton. He was really good friends with Margaret Hamilton, the lady who played the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz. And one of my favorite stories from my grandmother and my father was, how they got to meet the Wicked Witch of the West when they went down and saw an off-Broadway play in St. Louis. My Uncle Tom did a lot of plays in St. Louis. I don't know, do they still do a lot of plays and stuff in St. Louis? St. Louis was one of the other bigger areas that they had plays, Chicago, St. Louis and all that he would do, these special off-Broadway stuff. And they got to meet Margaret Hamilton. I bet that was fun. That was a lot of fun. What an interesting life. I try to lead an interesting life, and then you hear stories like that, and you're like, wow, my life doesn't compare, I mean, I've led an interesting life to, compared to some people, but, that's interesting, and that's unique, that's interesting and unique. How many people get to do that? How many people get to do that in their life? Make a living doing off-Broadway stuff and Broadway musicals and stuff. Down to airplane. The Red Baron is dead. Fuck you, Red Baron. I'm a nerd. Yeah, this is almost over. ran into a whole squad of people there. Holy crap. How is that not killing that dude? Holy crap. Kill the U.S. Doughboy! There. Oh, that guy got his head knocked out. Wow. Saw that dude's brain just like splatter all over the place. Go from talking about Margaret Mitchell and Broadway to, oh my god, that guy's brain just got splattered everywhere. The stuff we talk about on my streams. Stuff we talk about on my stream. At least I try to keep it interesting. Whether it is interesting, I don't know, but at least I try to keep it interesting. All you can do is try to keep it interesting. And then see what happens. Whoa. Didn't think they were coming from that way. Oh. French jump-off line. Huh. Ooh. Hold the line. Holding the line a little bit. Oh shoot. What? Oh, I don't have a secondary weapon either. Oh crap. I don't have a secondary weapon. I might as well just like run out in the middle of no man's land. I'm just gonna charge these guys. Charge! Ah! There we go. How long have I been online now? Let's see. Been online an hour and a half. Got another hour and a half to go. I wish there was more people online tonight, but That's okay that there isn't. I'm gonna go at least another hour and a half trying to grind to get my watch hours up. Boy, some people really screwed up. Boy, some people are really stupid. Really, really stupid. Oop. Some people are really, really stupid. Really, really stupid. It shocks me how stupid some people are. All I try to do is survive and work hard and help people. It surprises me how stupid some people are. You know, and it's like, once you think you've seen really stupid shit, then somebody does something even dumber, and it's like, wow. My Uncle Tom's also one of the reasons why I'm such a big supporter of the LGBTQ community. Not just for him, but for other reasons too. But you know, Uncle Tom has influenced my life way more than he thinks he has, and it's absolutely incredible. I can I can only wish to live an interesting life like him. Some people are like, Matt, you've led a really interesting life, and then it's like, not really compared to people like my Uncle Tom. Sorry, I've been sitting back thinking about that, about what I talked about earlier, and just how interesting of a life my Uncle Tom has. He's still alive. And it's like, yeah, I have led an interesting life, but then it's like, compared to my Uncle Tom, it's like, man, I want to do more, but, sorry, I know that was kind of random. I've just been kind of sitting back thinking about what I had talked about earlier. My Uncle Tom and his partner Jack were together, I think, 30 or 40 years. Probably longer than that. I can't remember. They had been partners for like 40 years or something like that. Longer than I've been alive. And my Uncle Tom's partner Jack would produce plays, and then my Uncle Tom was the actor. Can't imagine that. That must have been that must have been a joy for those two. Must have been a joy for those two. I bet it was a joy for Jack to watch my Uncle Tom act while he produced stuff, But that was a life. But that was an absolute wonderful life. That's why I've been such a big supporter of gay people being allowed to marry. Is because of my Uncle Tom and his partner Jack. They were together over 40 years. And they weren't allowed to marry until like the early 2000s or whenever they started allowing marriages between same-sex partners. That's one of the main reasons. One of the main reasons. There are others, but
Can't imagine. Interesting life those two had together. Super romantic if you think about it. Super romantic. Boy, people really are stupid. Oh, give me a second, guys. I gotta get a drink. Oh, sorry about that. I had to take a quick break. Oh, my goodness. People are stupid. People are stupid. People are stupid. Most people are. I think most people are. And you know, I'm stupid with things too. We're all stupid in a way. But some people really are truly stupid. I need to call my Uncle Tom. I haven't talked to him in years. Talked to my Aunt Gertrude and my Auntie Carol a while back. I need to call them too. Last time I talked to them, I was just starting to write my book. Just telling them I was writing it. And they were kind of excited about it too because, you know, my grandmother would have loved it too. I need to call them and let them know how I'm doing. My Auntie Carol was the one that started calling me Butterball because I was born on Thanksgiving. So she always says, "Met you, good boy," and Butterball. She's getting up there in age too. It's my grandmother's siblings I'm talking about, by the way. Sorry. Should have specified a little bit there. Well, the one good thing about when there's really nobody online to talk to, you can sit here and talk about whatever and just hang back and relax. Though I do like it when there's a bunch of people online. My family's had an interesting life. Both sides of my family. Both sides of my family. Both sides of my family. Oh, it's just a tank. That's my guys. Oh, running straight into gas. Don't have my gas mask on. Why do people have to be so ignorant? That's another question. People so ignorant. Somebody's shooting at me, taking pot shots at me here. Oh, gotta reload. I was killed by Salvatore. Salvatore, that's a name you don't see very much anymore. I would think that would still be a cool name to have nowadays, is Salvatore. Call you Sal? It's a cool name. Salvatore. That's like a fancy name, too. Salvatore. Then there's Henry. We go from Salvatore to Henry. Salvatore. Hey, Sal, what's going on? Hey, Sal, well, what do you do this weekend? Hey, Sal. You know, that's a cool name, Salvatore. I like that. Kudos to the people who made the game that come up with some of these names. Birdie, that's another good one. You don't hear anybody called Birdie anymore. Salvatore, how you doing, Sal? I wish I had a friend named Salvatore. I'd be like, hey, Sal, what's going up? I'm your best friend just because your name's Sal. Just so I could be like, hey, Salvatore, what's going on? Now, see, if my name was Salvatore, I'd be like, just call me Salvatore. But then I'd be like, well, yeah, but if you use just Sal, that's kind of cool too, you know. So. I'm a nerd. But I'm a cool nerd, right? There's cool nerds. Isn't there cool nerds? Isn't that a thing? A cool nerd. Why are you best friends with Sal, man? Because of his name. That's why he's got a cool name. Wish I could hop on this artillery piece and just start firing away at people. Got killed by Bertie Wood again. Hey guys, we're going to Sal's for dinner tonight. Why are you friends with Sal? Because of his name. It's a cool name. I'm such a nerd. Oh, got killed by Salvatore again. It's an honor to be killed by you, Sal. Just because he's your name. Friendly. Oh, I hate being spawned all the way back here on this map. Gotta cross so much no man's land to get to where you need to go. Oh, there's a lot of barbed wire on there. Oops. Try to make it to this crater hole without being shot. We got another viewer. Hey, viewer, how you doing? How's your night going? Or your morning going, or wherever you are in this world? Sitting here talking about all kinds of stuff tonight. Talking about the anti-Tinkerbell and Irish and cool names like Salvatore. Paranormal stuff. Trying to survive the Western Front. Actually doing pretty good job surviving the Western Front tonight. Actually doing pretty good. Just don't have a whole lot of people online. I mean, it is Wednesday, or, well, I guess it's technically Thursday now, but... Survive in no man's land. Oh, big explosion. Oh, another big explosion. Holy crap. Oh, at least I ended that guy's kill streak. Let's see, how long have I been online now? Just about 2 hours. Got another hour to go, guys. I'm planning on being on for 3 again, since there's not a whole lot of people online. All kinds of... I think those are doughboys. It looks like that are attacking. I think they're doughboys just by their hat. Oh, it's killed by Salvatore again. Oh, getting a little tired. I really start thinking about my paranormal content here. Probably get offline and start working on that. So I didn't do much today. I needed a break, but I didn't really get much done today that I wanted to get done. So I got to make up for taking a little bit of a break. Maybe it's time to switch weapons. Been playing with a machine pistol all night here. Maybe I'll switch up to something else. The machine pistol doesn't work too well long range here, so on this map it's kind of hard if you're not fighting too much in the trenches. Guess I could probably move up and get closer there like these guys are doing. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll move up and get... I think that guy just tossed a grenade. He did. Ambrose! Did you guys see, they added a new thing about Harry Potter on Amazon. It's called Harry Potter Behind the Mic. I haven't checked that out yet. That looked pretty cool. They go back and talk with the cast and everything. I gotta check that out. I gotta remember to do that. Sorry, random thought there. Random thought. Random thought. Random thought. Your NCO called in phosphorus gas. I think I need to switch to a different weapon here. Let's see. That guy's got the Luger. I don't need a trench weapon or anything here. Let me see. That guy's got a broom handle, a grenade, and a trench weapon. That guy's got a Luger. He's got the Luger. Oh, well, I'll just go back in here with the broom handle. Got a trench weapon, Luger, and a couple of grenades. Switched it up a little bit here. Not that. Whoop. Stop moving. There we go. We have more points. We actually won that? Wow, I didn't think we were going to win that match. 72 kills. Wow, I did way better than I thought. I didn't think I did well on that match, but apparently I did. Apparently I did. Surviving pretty decently tonight on the Western Front. Just not very many people online. Not too many people online. Well, we've had fun talking about all kinds of stuff. Had fun talking about all kinds of stuff tonight. Still got an hour to go. Still got an hour to go. I don't know what weapon to play around with. I haven't played around with the Luger that much. Range revolver. That's the Alpine Jaeger unit. I haven't played too much with them there. I don't want to play around with a machine gun again. I've been playing with the Stosh Troop. I could play around with the Madsen. I do like the Madsen. This has got a little bit of a weird sight to it, but the Madsen's pretty fun. Plus, they can run around with the Luger. Got the chutes in here. I was running around with the machine gun. No, a machine pistol. I don't know if I want to play around with a machine gun too much. Alright. I don't want to play around with a rifle, though. Let's go ahead and play around with the Madsen, I guess. No. Let's play around with that quite a bit the other night. Maybe I'll stick to the Alpine Jaeger unit here. I don't know if I have the patience tonight to snipe. Why do these guys hold the binoculars, I wonder? It's not a lieutenant or anything. Well, let's just go ahead and go in with a rifle, I guess. Not the loadout I want. That the one I want? That's a sniper. Let's go ahead and go in with this guy. Oh, it's got a pretty decent sight on this. It's got a bayonet. Maybe get some melee kills. Oop, run. Almost ran into some barbed wire. Ah. Let's see here. Oh. how did I shot that guy in the chest, and it still didn't kill him? Well, at least we're retaking the trench. Well, we were retaking the trench. That's people jump in front of me there. Missed. Got that guy, though. Run up here and stab some people with my bayonet. Well, looks like they cleared it out for me. What are you doing on top of that, man? Oh, it's a player, though. Oh, we got a live player. Didn't think we had any live players on. Reload. Reloading, reloading. Coming up over there on the flank. Somebody's running down here by the hay bales. Oh, gotta reload again. Reloading, reloading. Oop. Got a nice little spot here next to this tree. Missed. It's running hide behind that bush area there. There he is. Oh, missed him. Oh, he got me. Ugh. I think they're coming down this way a little bit and move down here. Firing randomly in a bush. Thought there was a guy hiding in there, but apparently there wasn't. I'm just gonna shoot randomly at this bush and see what happens. Somebody by that tree, they must have got it. Are we attacking? Oh, yay, let's attack. I was hoping to get some melee kills here, but haven't gotten close enough. take this trench, fellas. Come on. Get down in the trench here. Yeah, Flammer for that asshole. Took out quite a few people for me there. Nice. Oop. Guy came in firing with that Flammenwerfer. There's some people down here. I guess there was. Fighting through the hay bales. Fighting in the hay bales. Fighting in the hay bales. Roll, roll, roll in the hay. Bully for you if you get that reference too. Oh, wrong button, dude. Wrong button. Roll, roll, roll in the hay. Frau Brucker. Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in a while. That's Young Frankenstein. Man, I haven't seen that movie in a while. Putting on the Reds. Can't believe it. Mel Brooks is still alive. That guy's in his upper 90s now, isn't he? Rolling the hay. I got that in my freaking head now. I'm gonna have to watch that movie to get it out of my head. I haven't watched a good Mel Brooks movie in a while. Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs, Young Frankenstein. Oh, those are some classics. I was a proud papa the day my son told me how much he loved Mel Brooks movies. Proud papa. Ah, missed that guy. I'm a Mog, half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend. I love that movie. It's another movie I haven't watched in a while. I haven't watched good comedies in a while. I haven't been watching so much paranormal stuff and history stuff. I haven't watched a good comedy in a while. Maybe I got to throw a comedy movie or show in there. You know, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I would eventually, every once in a while, maybe more so than I'd like to admit, I would watch a nice rom-com. But I haven't watched a rom-com since I was married. Get special points for watching rom-coms with your wife. I found that out pretty quickly too. But since I'm not married, you know, I don't get those special points. Not anymore. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. And somebody decides they, you know, think I'm cute or something. Yeah, my advice to all you young men out there that have watched my stream, there are a few out there. Watch a rom-com with your girlfriend or your fiance or your wife, and you earn special points for that. And you don't have to enjoy it. However, even if you fake enjoy it, it gets you even a little more special treat. Trust me on that one. Trust me on that one, young man. Trust me on that one. Found that out quickly when I was married. Watch a rom-com with your wife, and even if you don't like it, just fake it. Fake it like you liked it, and it gets you special points. Those special points really add up in the end, too, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Sometimes you need those special points. You know, and what gets you even a little bit more special points is you guys come home from work and you look at your wife and go, should we watch a rom-com tonight? Should we watch a rom-com tonight? You bring it up. You bring it up to your wife and watch her smile and go, you want to watch a rom-com with me, sweetheart? Yeah, let's watch a rom-com. That sounds like a great idea, honey. And that really gets you special points when you bring it up to watch a rom-com. Trust me on this one, fellas. Trust me on this one. Those special points add up, let me tell you. Especially when you go through tough times. Those special points add up. You know, and the other thing is, you know, when your wife's at work or out with her friends and she goes, my husband actually brought up watching a rom-com with me the other day, and it makes her look good because all the other, you know, women friends she has goes, man, I wish my husband or my boyfriend would watch rom-coms with me. And even, you know, I wish my husband would bring up watching a rom-com with me. It makes you look good, it makes your wife look good, and it makes other people envious, which brings even more special points when it makes your wife look good. So, rack up those special points like that. Listen to me, fellas. Listen to me on this one. I'm not stupid. I've learned a thing or two. I might be a two-time loser when it comes to marriages, but I've learned a thing or two. Third time's a charm, right? Third time's a charm. uh, you reload the damn weapon? Jesus. There we go. The wit and wisdom of Matt Van Winkle. The wit and wisdom of me. I don't know if I'm witty. I might have a lot of wisdom, but I don't know about witty. Sarcastic, but not witty. I wonder if they have any Irish rom-coms. I know that's like a random thing to bring up, but I wonder if there's any good Irish rom-coms. Do they have good Irish rom-coms in Ireland? I mean, I would think, though, right? But I don't know any good Irish rom-coms. I mean, because when you think of the Irish, you don't really think of romance. You think of, sarcasm and, drinking songs and, just sarcastic, feisty Irish women. But I would think that they would have a good rom-com, though. Like, I seriously, if somebody knows an Irish rom-com movie where everybody's got an Irish brogue in it, please let me know, because I want to sit and listen to an Irish rom-com. Just to hear them banter back and forth in their Irish brogue. I mean, they've got, like, good poets in Ireland, don't they? They've got good poets, so you would think that they would have, like, good Irish rom-coms if they've got poets, But I don't know any good Irish rom-coms. Irish rom-coms. If seriously, I would like go on a watching spree of Irish rom-coms and then like report back to you all on live stream about how I watched like 8 Irish rom-coms in a row and give you a full detailed report on it. But I need to know if there's any Irish rom-coms to watch. Like, there has to be, right? I might actually have to Google this one. I might actually have to Google Irish rom-coms. Maybe I'll do that here. Let me see here. Let me take out a couple of people first and then Google Irish rom-coms. Because there's probably good Irish rom-coms that I've watched that I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know that was Irish. But this match is about over here, so let me... Yeah, okay. I gotta Google Irish rom-coms. Shall we go? Oh, that Tarantus is on. He's a good player, or she's a good player. Let's look up Irish rom-coms. There has got to be good Irish rom-coms. Irish rom-coms. Irish. Oh, there's actually, it pops up in Google here. 14 best movies set in. Let me see. Let me just hit search assist here. There are several delightful Irish romantic comedies to enjoy, such as Leap Year. I think I've watched that one. I didn't know that was Irish. Where a woman travels to Ireland to propose to her boyfriend, and P.S. I Love You. I've heard of that one. I don't know if I've watched that one. I might have. I didn't know those were Irish, which features a widow retracing her relationship with her late husband in Ireland. Other notable mentions include The Quiet Man. I've never heard of that. And Once. Never heard of that one either. Both which capture the charm of Irish romance. What is the charm of Irish romance? Is there, do the Irish, I mean, they are charming in their own way, but I didn't know if there was like a special Irish charm to romance here. Leap Year, I want to say I watched that. I want to say a widow receives letters from her late husband leading her back to Ireland. I think I've watched that one too. I thought that was The Notebook though. Well, wasn't there one called The Notebook? The Irish Wish. Never heard of that one. That one's newer. Laws of Attraction. I think I've heard of that. Rival lawyers find romance while representing opposite sides in a celebrity divorce case. That actually sounds kind of funny just in itself. It doesn't even have to be Irish. Classic favorites. The Quiet Man. Never heard of that. That was made in 1952. An American boxer returns to Ireland and falls in love with a local woman. And Once, made in 2007, a street musician and a flower seller connect through music and romance in Dublin. That one's set in Dublin. Well, there we go. 30 remarkable romantic Irish movies. 30 romantic Irish movies. I mean, Ireland is an enchanting place. So let's see. The Quiet Man. I'm going to have to watch that. Who's in that? Oh, it's a John Ford movie. I'll be damned. It's a John Wayne movie, even. It's got Maureen O'Hara in it. I didn't know that. Man, I might have to watch The Quiet Man if it's got John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara in it. I'll be damned. That's a John Wayne movie I've never heard of. I'm going to have to watch that one. I'm going to have to take a quick screenshot of that. John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara. I loved Maureen O'Hara. Leap Year, of course. I think I've seen Leap Year. Oh, a woman in it's cute. Who's in it? Matthew Good's in it? I'll be damned. Let's see what a P.S. I Love You. I'm pretty sure I watched that one. Adapted from the novel by Irish author Cecilia Ahern. This movie stars Hilary Swank, Gerard Butler, Lisa Kudrow, Kathy Bates. I'm a big Kathy Bates person. Harry Connick Jr., Big Harry Connick Jr., and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah, I'm a big Kathy Bates and Harry Connick Jr. person. I like Gerard Butler too, but Kathy Bates and Harry Connick Jr. I'd watch the movie just for Kathy Bates or Harry Connick Jr. I'd watch the movie just for Kathy Bates or Harry Connick Jr. Might have to take a screenshot of that. Let's see, number 4. Tonight's the Night, a.k.a. Happy Ever After. Never heard of that one. That's another Barry Fitzgerald. I don't know the others in that one. Then Brooklyn. Never heard of that one. On Dine, I've never heard of that one. That's number 6. Number 7 is Circle of Friends. That was made in 95. It's got Minnie Driver and Chris O'Donnell in it, though. Minnie Driver. Whatever happened to Minnie Driver? The Wind That Shakes Me is number 8, or The Wind That Shakes the Barley is number 8. I never heard of that. Ooh, that's set in the Irish War of Independence. That might be kind of good. Let's take a screenshot of that. I'm going to have to watch these movies and come back and tell you all about it here. Far and Away, made in 92. Never heard of that one. It's a Ron Howard. In this Ron Howard romantic drama, an Irishman immigrates to America with his landlord's aristocratic daughter. Ooh, scandalous. A young Irish woman. It's a Ron Howard. It's got to be a good movie, right? Number 10, Laws of Attraction. I've heard of that. I don't think I've seen that one. That's got some handsome dude and some pretty... it's Julianne Moore and Pierce Brosnan. Julianne Moore and Pierce Brosnan. Number 11's Ryan's Daughter. I've never heard of that. Number 12 is The Boys and Girls from County Clare. I've heard of that, but never watched it. Number 13 is Young Cassidy, made in 1965. It's got Maggie Smith in it, though. Aw. I miss Maggie Smith. It's a Maggie Smith movie. Boy, she's young and really pretty in that. Number 14, Captain Lightfoot. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Number 15, Beloved Enemy. That's a 1936. I love my old movies, but I never heard of that one either. A British noblewoman falls in love with an Irish rebel during the Irish War of Independence. Scandalous! Imagine that one. It's all kinds of movies set around the Irish War of Independence. Number 16, Finian's Rainbow. That's definitely one I've never heard of. Number 17, Love Rosie. Who's in that one? Lily Collins. I've heard of that name. It's filmed in Dublin, though. It's rated R for language and sensual content. What the hell is that? Number 18, The Luck of the Irish. Of course, everybody's heard of The Luck of the Irish. Number 19, Once. No, never heard of that one. Number 20 is The Secret of Roan Inish. Again, never heard of that one. That was made in 95. Number 21, this is called This Is My Father. It's got John Cusack, Stephen Ray, James Caan's in it, though. Number 22, Tristan and Isolita. I've never heard of that. Number 23, The Matchmaker. Number 24, The Field. It's got some old dude on the front of it here. I don't know what that's all about. Number 25, Darby O'Gill and the Little People. It's a young Sean Connery. It was made in 59. I was like, but before he became James Bond, of course. Number 26, Into the West. I want to say I've heard of that one. Number 27, Philomena. Number 28, Waking Ned Devine. I want to say I've heard that, but I've never watched it. Number 29, Michael Collins. I've heard of that. I want to say I watched that years ago. Number 30, Shake Hands with the Devil. That's got James Cagney. It's a James Cagney movie. He was a swashbuckler. And what is that, all of them? Yeah, I guess that's all of them. Bonus movies about Ireland. Best Irish romance movies. Dare to Be Wild. The Abduction Club. The Accidental Husband. How is that an accidental husband? As Luck Would Have It. The Boxer. Bryclean Boys. Closing the Ring. Dancing at Lugnasa. That's probably not how you pronounce that, but... Dare to Be Wild, Evelyn, Finding You, The Last September, A Love Divided, Mad About Mambo, My Left Foot, The Playboys, Run of the Country, The Secret Scripture, Sing Street, Song of the Sea, Tara Road, Twice Shy, Vita and Virginia, Wild Mountain Time. Interesting. So I guess there are quite a bit of Irish rom-coms. Way more Irish rom-coms than I thought. I actually took a couple of screenshots of them. To watch, so... Always looking for good stuff to watch. At least we took a break from the game there and learned that there are quite a bit of Irish romance movies. And I could tell you about 90% of those all had redheads in them. Imagine that one. I'm such a nerd. How long have I been online anyway again here? But I check my time. I got about half an hour, so let's go ahead and play one more match here. Let's go ahead and play one more match since I've been on a little over 2 hours and 30 minutes. So let's shall we run around with the Luger? Let's just run around with the Luger and see what happens. Just run around with the Luger and see what happens. Run around with a Luger and a trench knife. Irish romance movies. All because I started talking about the anti-Tinkerbell and how cute and feisty I think she is. I wonder, she probably doesn't even realize that I mean, I told her that I talk about her streams to send people over to her, but I don't think she realizes how much she actually influences me. Start talking about the anti-Tinkerbell, and then we go straight into Irish rom-com movies. The stuff that happens and we talk about on my stream. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment on my stream. Well, I mean, yeah, sometimes, but... See what this trench knife looks like. Oh, damn, that's a nasty little trench knife, isn't it? I like the Luger. Not as good as the broom handle, but I like the Luger. Tarantus. That person's a good player. Irish rom-coms. I'm glad I looked that up. I'm glad I looked that up. Oh, I got that guy in the head. You know, they should have created like the Ulster division in this game. They were Irish people that fought for British during the World War I years. You know, I'm surprised they didn't create the Ulster division in this. They were a fighting force to be reckoned with. Watched a couple of documentaries about the Ulster division. Probably not going to get to use this cute little trench knife. It's not really cute, it's a trench knife, but probably not going to get to use it here. But we're having fun with the Luger. Having fun with the Luger. I like that it's got 8 rounds. Bum, 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 bum. That's like way too in cover for me. There we go. Oh. I like the fire rate on the Luger. The luck of the Irish. Yeah, they needed to create an Irish squad in this. They really should have. They were such a big, Ulster division. Would have been an awesome add-on to this game, I feel. Would have been an awesome add-on to this game. They are making another World War I game, though. Black Mill is. They're coming up with the Gallipoli one. The Gallipoli campaign. I wonder that. I think they said that's coming out sometime this year. So I don't think the Ulster Division ever fought in Gallipoli, though. That was mostly British and Anzacs. I think the Ulster Division was mostly the Western Front. Trantis is running around with a trench weapon. Now I gotta look that up. The Ulster Division, I think, was mostly the Western Front. Ulster Division, World War I. Let's see. I'm pretty sure they were like strictly Western Front. Well, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Infantry, World War I. Battle of the Somme, Battle of Cambria, Battle of Messines, Battle of Passchendaele, Battle of Lys, Battle of Courtier. Yeah, they were mostly the Western Front. They never made it to Gallipoli. The Ulster Volunteers were Unionist militia founded in 1912 to block home rule for Ireland. In 1913, they organized themselves into the Ulster Volunteer Force to give armed resistance to the prospective Third Home Rule Act, whatever the hell that is. But yeah, it looks like they were mostly on the Western Front. They didn't go to the Gallipoli. They really should have created the Ulster Division or something in this. That would have been a cool add-on for this game, I think. That would have been a cool add-on. That would have been a cool add-on. Just running across no man's land with a Luger. Talking about feisty, cute Irish women and Irish rom-coms and talking about paranormal stuff tonight and, well, people with interesting lives. Fun stuff tonight. Fun stuff. I need some Irish stew now. I feel like I need to go to Ireland for Irish stew, though. You know, there's just some things that it's like, you gotta go to Philly to get a cheesesteak. You gotta go to, you gotta go somewhere down south to get some good barbecue. You gotta go to Ireland to get Irish stew. So it's just one of those things. It's one of those experiences that you could say, well, I went to Ireland and had Irish stew. It's just not authentic enough here. Too Americanized. You gotta go to the real source. Nice. I'm hungry. Trying to watch my weight, though. I brought sexy back a long time ago, kinda, but gotta watch my weight still. Got some fried chicken to eat though. I got a sandwich, and a couple other things. Got some snackage. I'm starting to get a little hungry again. I gotta work on some content though after I get off of this. Maybe I'll take a break and worry about it when I wake up again. Of course, if I do that, it kind of... Oh, sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to run in front of you there. It's just the AI guy. Oops, somebody's firing. Oh, damn! That guy got 2 kills with 1 shot there. Of course, here I am yawning, and I'm talking about I have to make more content. I have to make more content. Been out of range for the Luger there, I think. I'll just fire down there, see what happens. Oh, I got somebody. Put my gas mask on here and just tally-ho. Oh! It's like I almost stepped on a mine there. I think somebody must have thrown a grenade. Yeah. Well, I ran around with the Luger a little bit. Let's go to the carbiner. It's got a little pokey bayonet here. Doesn't have as good a sights as the GEW on it, but it's not bad. Oh, somebody shot him. Oh, my damn. Let's go ahead and put the old gas mask on here. 13 minutes. So this is going to be the final go around here. I've been on almost 3 hours. But it's almost 2 in the morning here anyway. Plus, I really got to focus on making content for Thursday, or for today. So maybe I'll put on a movie and work on my paranormal stuff here after this. Maybe I'll put on an Irish rom-com. Oh, I'm glad I looked that up, because there were a couple on there. I was like, that's an Irish rom-com? I mean, of course, John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara's, not really Irish, but it was set in Ireland. So that counts as an Irish rom-com, but there's probably not too many people with Irish accents in it, I would think. I really want to watch a full-blown Irish romance movie, though. Like, seriously, I want every person in the movie to have some kind of Irish brogue, so I could be like, really, get into it. Do the Irish have good cinema? Like, do they make movies in Ireland? I mean, I'm sure they do, but I mean, I mean, because you watch, like, on Netflix, there's, like, Australian cinema, there's British cinema. I mean, British has got their own setup, cinema-wise, so I would think Ireland, or does, like, or does, like, Britain, like, pilfer Ireland for all their actors and actresses and just put them in that? I mean, that's probably what happens. Again, I don't know. I need somebody to tell me these things, but... Oop, I just shot somebody in the back there. I mean, there's probably a lot of animosity still there, right, between the Irish and British for that type of thing. I don't know. I don't know the politics. I don't like getting into that shit. But they have movies like, with the Irish War of Independence, but they really don't have any movies like with the IRA stuff. I wonder if that's still too fresh with people with the IRA stuff. I think it would be good to make some good movies about the IRA or, whatnot, but I wonder if that's still too fresh in some people's minds. Be an interesting subject to make a movie about. I mean, they can make movies about the IRA here in the U.S., right? But they probably couldn't do that in the U.K. Probably still too fresh in a lot of people's minds. Red Wraith. I haven't seen that person on here before. I mean, because they have all these, like, Irish War of Independence stuff, Oh, an Irish rebel falls in love with an British noblewoman. Well, couldn't they set that in an IRA type of setting, too? I mean, they could do that, right? It's just too fresh in people's minds, I would think. Again, I don't know these things, That's why I need some of my Irish friends to come on here and learn me these things. I mean, shoot, that IRA stuff didn't stop happening until, the early 90s, I think? In my lifetime. So, probably still too fresh, but it'd be great content making, though, wouldn't it? Ooh, melee. Got a couple of melee kills in there. Ooh, 3 melee. 4 melee kills. Wow, they didn't take me down. That's cool. Got 4 melee kills out of that. I have not played against Red Wraith here before, but they are kicking everybody's ass. Seven minutes left in the match. Again, it's the final go around, everybody. I gotta work on some other stuff here and try to enjoy my day off again. So I gotta eat something. I'm hungry again. Yeah, you see, I've got a basis of a new Irish romance movie. Let's set it. Let's set it in 1985. Let's just put it in somewhere. Let's just go Dublin again. I don't know any other good places outside of like Dublin and Belfast. Cork, I've heard of Cork. So let's set it in Cork then. Dublin or Cork, 1985. A feisty Irish redheaded woman joins the IRA and has to kill a British nobleman. And she has to, and she decides to get really super close because she's super pretty. She's got pretty red hair. She's cute and feisty, sarcastic. And her mission is to kill this British noble person because, you know, that's some kind of initiation or something in the IRA, or he's just a top target that, you know, deals in operations against the IRA. Well, she gets close to this this British nobleman and accidentally falls in love with him. That would be a good setting for a good IRA romance novel. Started out as a novel and then turn it into a movie set in like 1985, because I feel like there was a lot of, well, I don't know the IRA history, so I'm set it in like 1975 or 1985 when it wasn't there a lot of IRA stuff going on there then? I mean, because I'm pretty sure, right? I don't know the history of the IRA stuff, but set it in like the mid 70s to mid 80s, where a cute redheaded feisty Irish woman has to, you know, take out some British noblemen because this British nobleman, you know, is like works for MI6 or something to, you know, combat the IRA, and then she gets really close to the guy and has this plan to kill him, but then accidentally falls in love with him because he's a good guy or something. I think that wouldn't that be like a good Irish romance novel? Wouldn't that be like a good Irish romance novel? If I was a better writer, I would write that. I would definitely write a book like that. You know, I'm not that good of a writer. I'm actually like partial illiterate, to be honest with you. So, but I would finance somebody to write that novel. Would that work? I would finance somebody to write that novel, and then we could turn it into a movie. I think that's a great setting. See, I've got all kinds of good content ideas for everybody here. And then you could have like steamy redheaded sex scenes with this, you know, super hot British nobleman that works for MI6. You know, it could be super steamy hot redheaded sex scenes. You know, because I actually read an article one time. That redheaded women have the best sex. I'm not kidding. I actually read this in an article. I don't remember what the basis of it was, but I remember reading it. I should look it up again. So wouldn't that be a great, like, at least a great romance novel? I mean, you could turn that into a movie, but I would think it would be a great romance novel. A great romance novel. And, you know, and I know I'm a nerd, but I would like base my character off of the anti-Tinkerbell, because she's cute and feisty and has red hair, and she would be like the perfect person to like send on an IRA mission, you know, and then she accidentally falls in love, you know, and I think that seriously, I would base my Irish woman character off of the anti-Tinkerbell. I need to find a writer and help them finance, you know, writing this book. Does anybody know? And should it be an Irish writer? I feel like it needs to be like an Irish novelist to write this book, because it would make it more authentic. It would make it more authentic, I would think. So if anybody knows a good Irish novelist, you know, especially somebody that's trying to make it big or something, I would help them finance this. I would help them finance this. I don't have much money, but I would help them. The fun we have on my stream. Sometimes, at least. Yeah, I think I'd be... Wouldn't it be kind of weird, though? The next time Tink goes online, hey, Tink, I was talking about you on my stream promoting your YouTube page, and then we got talking about Irish romance novels, and I was like, you know, I think I would base a character off of the anti-Tinkerbell. That'd be kind of weird, wouldn't it? That'd be funny as hell, though. Again, guys, seriously, if you are looking for a good, feisty, cute, redheaded Irish woman, or just a good streamer in general, check out the anti-Tinkerbell. She's wonderful. She's really building up her YouTube community. She's so awesome that I'm basing a character off of her for an Irish romance novel. That's how awesome she is, guys. That's how awesome the anti-Tinkerbell is. I'm basing an Irish IRA character off of the anti-Tinkerbell. That's just how awesome she is. Go check out her streams, guys. Go check out her streams. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm at that 3-hour mark. Again, this is the last go around. Thank you guys for listening in. I know I didn't have too many people online tonight, but we still had a lot of fun about some of the things we talked about. Again, I'm up to like 925 subscribers, somewhere around there. Thank you guys for your love and support. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Keep leaving comments. I've got so many good comments that I can make more paranormal content with. If you have any questions, you can always leave a question in my community on my YouTube page. I've had a couple people ask about DMing me. There's no like private DM on YouTube, but you can leave comments and everything in my community, and I can hook up with y'all there. Again, I'm going to be posting paranormal content sometime today. I've got to get some sleep, got to get some food in me, and work on it a little more. That'll be later on. I'll probably post it in the evening or nighttime sometime. It just depends on how fast and what I could put together. I kind of procrastinated on it because I've been resting up the last few days. But I do have paranormal content coming out today, and I will be going live again Friday, Saturday, probably. I'm going to really try to get on Azanzo this weekend. And again, guys, I'm working on more content. I'm working on another vlog entry called My Paranormal Hotspots, where I talk about hotspots that I've been to, hotspots that I want to go to, and other hotspots that I want to investigate further. And I'll be telling you a little bit about the history of these hotspots and why I want to go there and investigate, and so on and so on. So I've got a lot of stuff coming, guys. I got a lot of awesome ideas. This paranormal content I'll be coming out with later today. It's going to be mostly a follow-up on my last 2 episodes because, again, I've got a lot of comments and questions from people I want to answer. And then coming up here in March, my next couple of videos in March are going to be about a couple of negative experiences I've had with the paranormal. One about possession, and the other one about how I was attacked by a very negative entity in Savannah, Georgia. So that's what's coming up, guys. Should be a lot of fun making these next few videos. Again, thank you for your love and support. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Hit that bell button. That lets you know when I go online and when I post. And again, guys, if you want to get a hold of me, you can always post in my community. I love you all. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I will probably see you guys online, hopefully Friday and Saturday. Have a good week, guys.